All right.
We live.
We live, baby. We live. Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yo, welcome to the 89th episode of the In Your Face Show.
We in the house,
And
baby.
I'm here with my main man, my big brother. This guy, we knew each other, of course, y'all know, for a very, very long time. He taught me all that I know to do what I do and do it well and look good while I do it. Mr. China
I'm McCoy.
McCoy, aka the big dog,
What's
Mr.
going on,
McCoy.
everybody?
What's up?
What's up, brother? What's up? What's up?
What's up with you?
Man, just glad to be here, man. I'm proud of you. 89 episodes and going strong. That's a lot of people to get on your show, man, to sit in front of the camera and just talk. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I thank you for that, but it's just, I just do it to, build people up and help people get where they need to be, man. You know, that's it. That's it, man.
I love it.
Just oh, of course. You know what I mean? Gotta get through it. But nah, man. But this not about me. It's about you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We got to recap this thing from last time on to get on the good foot on the good time.
That's right.
So you know what I'm saying? What's up with the wondertoonz, man? What you got cooking up, man?
Man, Wonder Tunes, man. It's a rough situation because when you're trying to build an animation company, uh, it's always finding the right medicine that you want
Mm.
to give to the people because people nowadays they fall for a lot of things, but they don't fall for everything. So make sure when you come, you got to come correct. So when I created Wonder Tunes, it was because we were definitely in the need at the time for black heroes and black female powerhouses. And I decided like I got a lot of material for my Wonder Tunes studio, but the one I wanted to bring forth was Rumble. Rumble was
Hmm.
really Rumble is really, 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 really tight. You know, people love Rumble. She's a black, powerful female character. She's a street fighter. She's like, the modern day Robin Hood. She got skill for days. And I wound up creating her because a friend of mine named Tiffany Tony, I saw her one day and she had these Afro puffs and she just looked rough. I was like, yeah, I like her look.
Rough with my
She could be
Afro
a comic,
puffs.
right? Right? Like she could be a comic character. So right then and there, I started designing character Rumble kind of based off of her, like what I saw. And after that, man, I started working on like a children's book. And so my artist is really good. His artwork is, he's second to none because he has different styles. He has like a children's style, then he has like an anime style, then he has an actual like comic book style. He has three different techniques where most artists only have one, maybe two. So for him to have multiple styles is crazy. So we wound up doing this children's book, Rumble and Friends, which I'm excited. I'm still working on that. It's making a children's book where that's work because you got to watch what you say, you got to watch how you put things out there, you got to watch, because a lot of people were like, uh, "Oh man, there's so much violence, and how could you push violence in the children's book?" And I'm like, first of all, did you read the book? Doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter. That's like saying somebody's guilty and you don't even know what you weren't even there for the fucking problem.
All
You know,
right.
so so it's like the book is actually about bullying. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's just you're always going to have those people that are going to be like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, you're saying, "Oh my god," but you just bought your child a PlayStation 5 with the most violent sexual video games in history. So
Like Cyberpunk.
just you know, you just it's like we just live in a world where people just always look for something to complain about. And it's like, hey, if you could do better than me, then you make the children's book. I'll sit back and watch you. You know?
Right.
So
Right.
I wound up getting my wondertoonz personalized license plate. So I was happy when I got that, put that on my car. You know, got my company to become an LLC. Excited about that. So
Mm,
that's pretty much where I've been going with wondertoonz so far. Just still working on the Rumble character.
mm, yeah.
And
So
people don't remember. I go way back. You probably remember people don't remember when I went way back to here when I made my first comic book.
hmm
Yeah,
yeah.
that boy was thick. Look at that bind, boy. I was coming with the artwork. Like people wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. Like I've always wondered, man, like how the hell did you automatically out of like, bro, like I've always wondered, like this guy just out of just miracle just looked like his character that he just made. And like you just that fits the bill. How? I'm like, damn. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's just when you live in the world of Hollywood and you want to get things done, and sometimes like okay, I'm a good fighter. I keep myself in shape. I love to be on the movie screen acting, and and you get so much problems. Trying to make it in Hollywood. So you start going, you know what? I'm gonna start developing things that fit me, that I know will work for me. So you start developing characters based around your personality and what you would do and how you are. And you write your stories
Hmm.
around that. You create your characters around that. You just one character after another, one character after another. So that's how I came about all these characters. So
Damn. Like that's the motor that I have, man. Like that motor where like it just comes out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I could come up with a character out of a bed, or a dresser, or a movie. Like I could be thinking, I'd be looking at something and think of like I can make a character out of that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah, people like they love Bane. They also love my War Bane. I don't know if you saw that one.
yeah, yeah. I was I actually saw the snippets of with the guns on the wall and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I
Did you
was
see this? Hold on. Let me see if you saw this. But I made the character. So I was like, all right, I need to, I'm good at getting comic books made and stuff like that. But it's like I want to, do something different. So I shot some of the episodes or some of the scenes that you saw where
hmm
I was fighting. So that was fun. But I went on and I decided, hey man, I think I'm gonna make something besides a what do you call it, comic book this time. So I just went a step further. I said I'm going to make me an action figure.
shit.
There's Warbane.
Now that's sexy, yeah, man. Like that's crazy.
Got my own action figure.
Like,
And,
did you ever like wonder like your own face would be planted on a action figure?
nope, never wondered that because I knew I was just going to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I
One day I
mean,
make it happen. So with Warbane, I shot some of the scenes how I wanted to look. I got an action figure made. So it's like, once I start putting more of the scenes together, I can pitch that to somebody and be like, hey man, this is an idea I have for a streaming series, you know. And since they can
right.
actually see it, and be like, okay, I can see this happening.
Mm.
Like I made the action figure, I shot, some of the scenes. What else we need?
Yeah, exactly. What else do you need? You don't need nothing else. All you got is you got the
Right.
talent. You know what I'm saying?
Just need y'all to step up and be like, hey, yeah, this sounds like a great idea. Let's shoot it. All right, let's shoot it. Kick out the money. Let's make it happen.
Bro,
So
I was always wondering like, cause like, bro, when I looked at Bane for the first time, I instantly was like, dog, that's gotta be Blade. I instantly thought it was Blade, but I saw he was dressed in all white, and I'm like, a vampire dressed in all white, huh? You know what I mean? Normally vampires would be dressed in all black. So you know what I'm saying? I'm
And
like,
like you said normally, and that's me. I don't go by the norm.
exactly. So I was like, man, you was very different to me because when I first met you, I remember you was riding on a what the fuck? Are you was riding on your motorcycle, like
Yeah,
the little orange motorcycle?
uh-huh.
Yes, yeah. When I first saw it, man, I was like, damn, I gotta get one of them. This guy badass. That was the first
Yeah.
time I ever saw one. You know
So
what
yeah,
I'm
I got a lot of material. You know what I mean? So it's just something getting done. It's like what else I need to do? All right, I made an action figure, I already shot the scenes, I made a comic book. Like what else do I want? You know what I'm saying? Like,
saying? Yeah. Have you put it in front of people like investors?
man, you know how hard it is to get it in front of investors? First of all, it's hard to even find investors. So,
Sure, sure.
you just got to keep reaching out and hopefully somebody knows somebody that knows somebody who knows somebody that wants to fund the movie.
Right. I mean, there is Kickstarter. There is
And that's garbage. You know, Kickstarter was the shit when it first came out. You know what I mean? Like when it first started. But that Kickstarter is so oversaturated, bro. All these crowdfunding sites are so crowded. It's just like by the time you do a Kickstarter, you spend more money on the perks.
mm-hmm.
I got to make posters, T-shirts, books, all this stuff that people gave me money to make a project. To give them all this stuff that people gave me money, I got to give back. You know what I mean? It's just a lot.
Have you ever done one?
Have I ever done a
Yeah.
Kickstarter?
Mm-hmm.
So funny. Really?
No, I'm messing with you. You know, you know, I love messing with you, man. You know, I gotta mess with you. I gotta mess with you. But I know, like, the you've been in the pivotal point of your life, man, as a mixed martial artist. Like, do you see yourself, man? I know you've done movies, bro. I know you've done movies. Like, dog, like you could get a lot of actors to play in like some of the pivotal characters in some of your movies.
Actors aren't a problem. You can find actors anywhere, bro. Actors are never an issue when it comes to making movies. It's always the money. You need
Money.
lots of money. You know what I'm
Lots and
saying?
lots of capital.
Lots of capital. Once you have lots of capital, you know what I'm saying? You can make a movie.
Was that prop money?
Well, if it was real money, if it was real money, I'd be making a movie. You know
Oh
what I'm
my,
saying?
you got money right there.
Making all this money right here, I'd be like, yo, I'm out. Got this bundle, got this stack bundle. I wouldn't even be
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
here talking to you. I'd be already on set.
Yeah, you're right. Doc is like, dog, like I was thinking, man, because if you really look at a lot of these guys, a lot of these studios, man, like, dude, when I first saw Warbane, I'm like, he would have been had it out if he would have had the money. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
and I did that out of my own pocket.
you did it out of your own pocket. All of that. How much? All right. How much do props run you?
I sold my motorhome for it, remember?
Yeah. Why? Like, damn. That's a big. How much do those motorhomes cost? Actually?
And motorhomes run from 10 grand on up.
Damn. That hits.
Yeah. So it's like,
Damn.
but it's, making my dream is something that I wanted to do. So motorhome, I can get anywhere down the line eventually.
True that. True that. True
Dream
that.
is a one-time deal. So, Warbane now is always on screen.
Yeah. I mean. I think because like I was talking to one of my a guy that I knew, and 'cause I was because I pitched Jarhead to you know that the video thing that I have the of the book of the
Yeah,
preview book,
yeah, the
and I
previews.
pitched that to yeah, and I pitched that to the studio, and they told me I got to get a something what it's called. I know you told me about that though. I forgot what the word is, but you know, you being in mixed martial arts, do you feel like you've done it all in mixed martial arts?
Not really, because that wasn't like my go-to. It was something I was
Hmm.
good at, um, and it's just too easy to get in trouble being a fighter. So that's why I went to movies because I was like, well, in movies I could do all everything I want in movies, but not get in trouble. You know, I could
Damn.
beat people up, I can get beat up, I can shoot people, I can get shot, and still come home and then sit down and watch cartoons or take a bath. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all for the screen. You know, so that's why I was like, I'm taking all my talents to the movie screen.
True, true, true. I
Yeah.
mean, I see, like I always thought like being a you know what I'm saying knowing all that stuff, shit, knowing all those fight moves, shit, I'll be still doing movies, man. You know what I'm saying? Still doing them, but
Yeah, I'm
I
still
know
doing movies.
I thought you stopped.
Man, I ain't never gonna stop acting, bro. Like that's my lifeline. I love it.
True that, true that, true that. You know, cause
As a
I
creator, you know, as a creator, you just don't you can't stop once you start. That's it.
true. So it's like okay, so it's like Warbane a part of the wondertoonz family?
Yeah, Warbane, God Hand, Tactical, you know,
Mm.
all of them. You know, Rumble, they're all part of Wonder Tunes Studio.
So like when you look at the when you okay from a person's on the outside looking in standpoint, when they see wondertoonz, what do you think they see?
They see nostalgia because when they see it, they feel like wow, that's cartoons old style. You know, the way I got my font, the way I designed Wonder Tunes, the way it looks is just very nostalgic.
Right, right, right. Like Looney Tunes basically type thing.
Yeah, like Looney Tune cartoons. You know,
Uh,
that's all folks. You know, real
yeah.
nostalgia. That's why I made it that way, so they feel it. I want them to feel like Wonder Tunes is like that's the place. Like you know, like if it was like the Disneyland, that's the new Wonderland. It's like you know what I mean.
Right, right.
The new Nickelodeon. It's the new everything. It's
So
Wonder Tunes.
true that, true that, true that. So Wondertoons, right? So Wondertoons is do you see it as a corporation or do you see it as just like what it is today, right now?
I see Wonder Tunes as a corporation, but not like corporation like people think. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like you know, I see it as a corporation just on a big, massive scale. But
Okay.
you know, without the corporate logistics and nonsense that comes with a corporation.
Corporate
You know,
politics basically.
yeah, independent is
Okay.
fun. That's why I say that's why my tagline, you know, which is very important for everything, is Wonder Tunes. We don't work, we create.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All about
But-
that.
So like other studios, you know what I'm saying? What do your studio have that other studios that you see in other studios that they don't have? What do you feel?
It's a pretty good question. It's a really good question. It's like, what does my studio have that other studios don't? I think it's more about the power of freedom. You know, like I was telling somebody one time, like when we create, like say we create a series, like
Hmm.
I wouldn't put my people on a time schedule. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And they said, but why wouldn't you do that? You know, because people can get lazy. It's like, no, what you do is you develop it to where if you give people a deadline, they have a tendency to panic,
Hmm.
or sometimes they get stressed out, and then
Hmm.
and then the work comes back more rushed. Because
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I gotta have this done by the 15th. I gotta have this done by 48 hours. People start, you know what I mean? It puts a lot of pressure on them. But
Right, right,
I let people know that there is a deadline, but there isn't.
right.
So we
So,
know we got to get it done. So don't kill
right.
yourself, don't stress yourself out. But take your time, feel it out. Drink coffee, go shoot some pool, play some video games, come back, draw on it. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10,
Mm-hmm.
people deliver very good work. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Because I'm not on their back. So where's it at? Where's the piece at? Where's the piece at? Where's the pages? Where you know what I mean? I'm not like that. I don't like to
Mm-hmm.
micromanage. I like people to be free in their creativity because you get more out of it.
Right,
Perfect
right.
example, like I always like to say is when you're on a if you have a script,
Mm-hmm.
never pick the actor that's asking about the pay. Pick the actor that likes the script. Because if he likes the script, he'll do a better job. The person that's
Mm,
asking how much they're getting paid is just worrying about the check.
mm. And
You know,
they likely to base bail on you basically.
they don't really care because they just, as long as I'm getting this check, I'm gonna come in and just do it and bounce. The person that likes the script, they gonna be in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They gonna grab it, they gonna be in it. Yeah, you know what I mean? They gonna they gonna feel the character.
Right. So, you know, have you ever thought about taking like wondertoonz and first of all, let me go back. Let me go back. Where did the inspiration of wondertoonz really come from?
My childhood, because I grew up on Hong Kong Fooey, Captain Caveman, Gargoyles, Ultraman, Giant Robot. You know what I mean? Like I grew up on Mighty Mouse, Darkwing Duck. You know what I
Oh,
mean? I grew up on like the beginning of the era of cartoons for my generation.
right.
You know what I mean? So Dragon
Hmm.
Ball was around, but it was in Japanese. You
Yeah,
know,
I grew up on gargoyles too. You know what I mean? I grew up on Batman, the old Batman. I'm talking about like uh the Batman when he had the gray on and the black cape and
yeah,
I grew up.
I grew up on the Batman that used to walk up the side of the walls.
Oh shit! Like
Yeah,
oh shit! I
and they
see now. Oh wow, that you know what I'm saying, that goes way back. That goes way back, man. Like
yeah, that was before that was I was the beginning of the era of nerds.
nerds.
Yeah, so
Like
when Superman used to dive out one window, I used to watch Superman black and white. He used to just he'd run and just jump out the same window every episode. And the Lone Ranger was in black and white. You know what I mean? So that was my
oh man,
generation.
damn, like that was like early '80s, right?
Yeah, 70s, 80s.
Early '80s. 'Cause I remember my mom talking about those cartoons because she used to do that all the time. She used to
Yeah,
watch Thundercats all the time when we was
that
younger.
too. Thundercats, Silverhawks, Tiger Sharks. I used to watch all that. Man.
Oh man, like yeah, bro. Like she said, my mom told me she said down in our basement she thought she saw Ultraman
Oh wow,
because she was scared of him back then.
so funny.
Oh
Yeah,
man, because he looked yeah, like
yeah.
shoot, but like
Wonder Twins came from that generation.
true,
Wonder Twins is
true,
born out of nostalgia.
true that. Yeah, I mean, if you put it in front of a average person that actually just watched cartoons back then, they'd be like, that looks like a Looney Tunes. I like Looney Tunes. I like the old Looney Tunes. You
Gives
know
them
what I
that
mean?
feel. That's what I want. I want
Yeah. And that
that
makes
range.
people feel like they could go back to their childhood and be like, oh shit, man, this feels good, man. This feels, you know what I'm saying? But then they get bombarded with that rumble. They get bombarded with Warbane and, you know what I'm saying? And they were like, oh shit, where did this come from?
Right.
But yeah, like that, and that's something that Have you ever thought about, taking other people's projects and putting them onto the wondertoonz network?
Not at all. Not until we get ours up and running.
True that, true that, true that, true that.
Everything is in house first.
Right, right, right. Because you have to build your first foundation before you can help another person build theirs. So I understand what you're saying. Do you okay? How many do you think it's still a baby, or do you think it's still in that preteen, not preteen, but infant type of
Oh,
way?
very much so in the infant stages. It's very much in the infant stages. It's going to be a long time before it even gets into, you know, ready for the world stage. It's going to take a minute, because
Wow.
everything has to be built to perfection first.
I
Once
mean,
we get our first thing going, whether it's the children's book or the first episode of the anime, um, it's going to take a minute. That stuff takes time.
right, right, true that, true that, true that. I mean, I think, can anybody invest into it? Can anybody invest? Like, just
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
okay,
Wondertoon's always open for people to invest in it.
okay, okay. Because like I've always wondered, like, looking at what you've done already. I thought you've like leaped and bound with the Wondertoon, man. I thought you've done it.
Well, that's because I research a lot, I read a lot, I watch a lot, and always when I come out with something, it always has to look like it's right out the studio.
Right,
Has to have quality. You know what I mean? Like when I make something, it has to have quality. When I first introduced Rumble, people were already hitting me up like, dude, what streaming platform is this on? What they're like,
mm,
where can I watch this? And I'm like, it's not out yet,
mm.
because I want to make sure that when I put something out, it's top tier. Well, I just won't put it out. It just doesn't make sense. When people are
True
hitting me
that.
up, when you're doing good is when you create something and people make fan art. So people make fan art of your stuff, like people was making fan art of Warbane, people made fan art of Bane, people making fan art of Rumble. You're doing good. You're creating quality stuff. That's how you know
True
your
that.
game is tight.
True that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. Like, I remember when I first got my first fan art, man. I was so happy. I was happy
That's
to
a
the
serious.
motherfucker. Huh?
That's serious. You know what I mean? That's serious. When you get fan art,
Yeah.
you're getting fan art from people that are in the game just like you, probably got their own characters.
Bro, like,
So
have people ever contacted you about collaborating with you?
people always want to collaborate, but I can't. I don't have time to collaborate. You know what I mean? It's like I have to get what we have done first before we just collaborate.
Very
You know,
understandable.
it's not like it's not like the music game. Like the music game, people be like, "Yeah, man, let's get on the track together." You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool in the rap game, but this ain't the rap game. You know what I mean?
Right,
So, and then
right.
you also got to watch your IP, because if you collaborate, you got to make sure that they putting out just as good as work as you are. They don't matching
Hmm.
you on that level. Don't make sense. You can't
Right,
mess up
right,
your
right,
IP.
right. Because a lot of that is very, very important, man. Very important, because if you don't put that out the right way, you know what I'm saying, and you are not, and it's not done the right way, it'll mess you up.
Yeah,
And
you mess up your whole IP.
uh, like, man, have anybody ever tried to steal your shit?
If they did, I don't know about it.
Because I saw one
But
of your,
like I said, I come out.
was that?
Say it again.
Nah, because I could have sworn I saw on your page you was like what you say? You said because it was like here is your fan art of your character, sir, and I was like, and then you came with under the status was like, you heard what he said, hear what he came with the blah 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 blah. Keep stuttering. Here is a character, whatever, such and such and such, and I looked at it, I'm like, is he still in his character or something like that? Because I'm telling you,
Oh,
I
which
saw
one?
it. It was a character. It was about Rumble. About Rumble.
Oh yeah, yeah. This guy. You got to be careful. So this guy asked, could he be a part of wondertoonz? So we had a little conversation. I said, usually, like when people come on and ask me that question, I always make sure, you know, that they can do the artwork and, let me see your sample work and stuff like that. He's like, no, I'm a big fan of one Rumble and I'm a big fan of wondertoonz. I just want to draw something. And I was like, all right, well, let me see it when it's done. And then after he drew it, he's like, okay, I'm gonna send it to you. I was like, okay. And he had took like all these a few snapshots of it. And I was like, oh, this is dope. So I just lightened it up a little bit so I can see it better. And I was like, it's pretty good. I'll put it up. And he came back later and was like, how you gonna put up my work? And he just went into this whole thing. And I was like, your work. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, you hit me up, asked to be a part of what I'm doing, and you said you were a fan of what I'm doing, and you said you wanted to do some fan art for Rumble. So
Mm-hmm.
here's the message right here. You saying you're going to email me my picture, your picture of Rumble, and then he was trying to say, well, that could be a picture of anybody. To be a
Huh?
clown. I said it could be a picture of anybody, true, but that picture right there is of Rumble. I said, and
Right.
by the way, here's you saying here is your picture of Rumble.
Wow. Wow. I've told this story before, man. I've had somebody still try to steal Jarhead and blatantly right in front of my face.
Yeah.
And it was a guy that wanted to work with me, right? And I came up to him to ask him, he was actually in a wheelchair. I think so. I think. And I was just like, okay, what can nothing hurt it. His style was a little weird to me, but I thought I'd give it a chance, right?
Mm.
So the motherfucker was like, oh well, let me such and such and such. Okay. I looked at it. I looked at his work. I said, someone was like, nah, don't do it, don't do it. So I'll end up not doing it with them, right? So I got a couple pages of Jarhead done. And remember, I used to put up the pages with blank pages of just Jarhead. You know what I'm saying? With the black and white, right?
Mm.
And but the papers that I used to have was actually papers you could actually color on it, actually digitally color on it.
Right.
And all of a sudden, he comes and somebody tells me that actually one of my boys came and told me that he was actually somebody tried to steal my art. I said, okay. When I got the imposter art, I looked at it. It had weird hair, green hair, all ugly looking, and it didn't look like the what I wanted it to look like, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm taking everything that he thought he was going to put on the character, and I took it and I made it into my stuff. So what he thought he was going to take from me, I took from him.
Yeah. Sometimes you get in those situations, man. It's like even with Rumble dude was like, um, he's like, yeah, man, I really want to do some comic stuff of yours and everything. I said, well, all right, man, let me see what you got. He was like, all right. Um, he said that's gonna be like 350 a page or something crazy. And I was like, wait, what? He was like, oh, what do you thought I was gonna draw it for free? I said, first of all, I didn't ask you to do anything for free. I said you wanted to do it. I
All
said,
right.
listen, when you want to do something with somebody, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Ask permission. Hey, can I do some artwork of your character? I would love to do it. Then do it. If you charge and you're an artist, say, hey man, I'm an artist. I charge like 150 a page. So if you ever want to do some comic pages, you put all that on the table first. You don't come after the fact later. Then all of a sudden now it's like, well, I charge this. It's like, but you didn't say that. That's you supposed to lead with.
He's like, I charge this. You're like, well, I charge this. I'm like, okay. And I get tired of that shit, man. Like, people want big, big pay for shitty work.
Yeah, and that's cool. You can want big pay, you can have massive pay. Your work can be garbage, but lead with that.
Mm-hmm.
Make that should be the first thing come out of your mouth. Hey, I do
Right.
this for a living, or hey, I do this for this much. Don't be like, oh man, I love Jarhead, man. Hey, I love to do some fan art of your stuff, man. I love to, let me just do a couple of comic pages because I do comic pages. I would love this to be a part of your situation because that's what it's like. I love to be a part of wondertoonz. Let me just do some comic pages for you so you can see. Then come back and be like, okay, that's going to be 150 a page. What? Block. Don't play with me,
Block.
man.
Yeah, like that's a lot of stuff that they do, man. Like, truth be told, a lot of niggas, right? A lot of people will basically do that, and that's why I said there's a lot of guys in the comic world, or comic animation world, type. It's all that in the industry, any period. But we creators, we in the comic world and the animation world, so we deal with these all the time.
It's like, don't play with me, man. I hurt you with my stuff, yo. That's my heart, my soul, everything I put into these characters I created. Don't play with my stuff like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man, like yeah, like shit, like have you ever had a person try to like say, oh well, say if I do a character, oh did I that'll make your character my character now. If I did this and I did this part of your character, now that character is my character. Because I've had somebody try to do that to me, basically, be like, oh well, if I redo your characters, that make them my characters now. How does that make your characters?
That doesn't work like
That's retarded. You know what I'm saying? And bro, like, where do you see, man, the animation world and the comic world? Do you think it evolve or devolve, man? Do you feel like
that.
what do
Oh,
you feel?
it's gone backwards so far. It's just the de-evolution of the comic world, and comic books are pretty much obsolete. The animation world, they don't know where they want to be yet. They're still trying to figure it out. They don't know if they want to be 2D, 3D, 8D, 12D, 4D. They don't know what they want to be. People just throwing stuff out there and see what sticks and what people like. Me, I've always been like a 2D baby, so I'm always gonna stick with 2D because I like cartoons. And
Mm-hmm.
but they can sit and fight it out. I'm just gonna stick with what I like. You know, like people are always afraid to put stuff out. Me, I'm not afraid. When I first did my first Bane comic, I put it out and charged $10. You know how many people told me that would never work? It worked. Then they was like,
Mm.
well, how can you put your book out like that? I was like, why not? What I'm gonna do? Make it and just have it sitting around in my house? No. You make it,
Mm-hmm.
you can buy the digital copy off the website, or you can get the book and I mail it to you. Like which one? You know what I mean? They
Right,
were like,
right, right.
people paying $10 for that book. I was like, yeah, because I'm giving a quality book. Everybody that got a Bane comic always talks about the quality.
Right. Right, bro. And I always wonder, right? Like, how during those times, right? Like, what year did Bane originally come out in?
I came up with the character Bane like almost a year before Blade came out in the movies.
True, true, true.
Yeah, it's been that long.
So, so basically, what you're saying is like, Benzo Blade came out. You wanted to have him. Like, what was you thinking at that time?
Well, when Blade came out, I was like, well, damn, that kind of put a damper on my Bane character. So it's like I got to rethink the character now. So it's like, well, and then during that time, everything was in black. Like the X-Men were all black. Birds of Prey, Batman's daughter, that TV show came out. She was wearing all black. Van Helsing wore all black. The Matrix had all black. Blade all black. Everybody was wearing black, and I was like, you know what? I'm going the opposite direction.
Well,
So
might as well go white.
that's why Bane wore white. You know, I took it back to the good guys wear white. They were like, well, what about the blood on his clothes? I said, it's like a samurai. The blood's gonna look good all over his clothes. And I said, and there'll be some points, but Bane fights that fast that he wouldn't get blood on him. It's one of them situations where, like a samurai, cut you, turn around and step back, and then the blood spurt. You never see a samurai get all blood on him unless he's just fighting like 30 people. But 9 times out of 10, he never has blood on him. You know, he sliced you, step back. That's how Bane was with his weapons. You know, he cut you, jump back. You know, or throw you, or he'll throw the axes from a distance. You know what I mean? He ain't really got to get up on you to kill you. So I was evolving that character so much. So by the time it came out, he was ready.
Bane don't get bloody like Robert said. He just said it. There it is right there. You see it? You see it?
Yep.
Bane don't get bloody.
I know. Rob was there when I was working on Bane. He helped shoot some of the stuff where I was throwing the axe and everything. You know, that's my brother till the day I die. But yeah. So I mean, you know, at the end of the day, man, you just gotta put it out. When you create something, put it out. You know, because you need to get the feedback to make it better, or it can already be better. You need to get the feedback to make it even more better. You know, you always want to hear everybody's opinion. You got to look at it like this: 50 people gonna like it, 50 people gonna hate it, 50 people gonna love it, 50 people gonna despise it. But the people that like and love it, that's the people you're making it for. People that despise and hate it will eventually learn to like and love it.
True that. True that. I've got my share of a hole, you know, Mo Betts Bang. You said, hold on. Mo Betts Bang. What does that mean?
Mo Betts Bang? What? Mo Bet.
Mo Better Bang.
Yep, Mo Better Bang.
Yeah, man. Like, I've got my share of feedback. Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, I got my share.
Like I said, man, everybody's not gonna like it. Look, man, you know how much I said, oh, Bane is just like Blade. You can't have two. I was like, why not? So you can't have two black characters that fight vampires and werewolves. I said, Blade fights vampires, mine fights werewolves. Thus the name Bane, Wolf's Bane. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. They can't fight side by side. Why does it always have to be a competition? It doesn't have to be.
Right. And see, and that's the thing too. Like,
but y'all have 8 Supermans, 10 Captain Americas, 13 Iron Man, but we can't have just 2 black characters that fight vampires.
Yeah, that's you're gonna get people like that. That's like saying my character always getting compared to Spawn or Punisher and all those other characters. That's what I'm saying. You can't win with people from Marvel and people that believe in all the other shit.
Now, this, you know, sometimes people are just wound too tight. But you notice I didn't stop.
Yeah. I was actually like, damn, like that's actually what made me wanted to get in really push, like, because I was like, I saw you doing it, I'm like, damn, if he could do it that quick, I damn sure could do it quicker.
Yeah. I move quick. When I come up with an idea, I create everything. Like in my mind, it's like, all right, if I come up with this character, I gotta design it. I gotta create it. I don't care if I gotta take pieces from Google and then put it all together just to get the concept. Then I gotta find the right artist to make it like I want it. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta just keep building. All right, now I gotta make the story to go with it. As it grows, the story keeps changing, but eventually You know what I mean? And then, okay, now I need to make a comic book, a coloring book. I need to make an action figure. You know what I mean? I need to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. That way I just keep having, you know, so by the time I'm ready to come out, I got different IPs. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, have you ever thought about naming, like, who do you, like, do you think Bane will be worth millions of dollars years from now?
I'm sure it will. And hopefully somebody will come out and play it and somebody will be reaping the benefits. But I'm glad that I got it started.
True that, true that, true that. I just think that the person that first got the actual first Bane that ever came out, nigga, dog, that came out in the 90s. Came out in the 90s, and if you really look at it, ain't nobody. If it came out a year after, was it a year after or a year before?
The year before.
Yeah, if it came out the year before Blade, bro, you come on, man. You might as well say you created the vampire, first vampire that kick ass. You might as well
Yeah.
say it. You might as well
Yeah,
say it before Blade.
but still, Marvel get to give credit to Marvel. Marvel still was ahead of me because Blade is a Marvel character, so that character was created long before I created Bane. But it just happened. My character just happened to come out before the movie did, but it
True.
didn't come before the actual Blade character. Blade character's been around. You know, it's based off the '70s. Back then, you know, Blade the Afro, and that's old Stan Lee, Jack Kirby.
True that. True that.
So
you know.
that comic existed long before I came up with Bane.
True. True.
Yeah.
But see, man, like, have you ever have you how many years have you had Rumble out?
Rumble's about 2 years old.
2 years old?
Hmm.
Damn. I thought she was a character that you had in the back of your mind, like just waiting to come out.
Yeah. Yep. 2 years old. Like when I create, see, that's perfect because when I create stuff, it feels like that.
See? Yeah, that's why I would like, because I never like, because I do that too, because when I'm thinking about a character, I'm thinking like, should I bring it out now, or should I just wait until a year or two for it to come out, and then something similar to it comes out.
No,
But then
everything I make, I put it out right then and there. I don't wait.
true that. See, that's the difference between me and you. Like I see, that's why I'm learning now to bring it out now instead of a while later. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't know that. I didn't think of that at the time. I really didn't think of that because had I knew, had I, had I know, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Did you have you spoke on tactical? That's what Rob said.
Tactical,
Yeah.
man. Anybody ready for tactical yet, bro? That's way too far in people's minds. You know, I mean, that's far advanced. That's too advanced for them.
Well, tell
Tactical,
us a little bit.
Tactical's coming out. Tactical will be coming out. That's coming out of wondertoonz too. Because yeah, Tactical is one of my favorite. God Hand is God Hand is definitely like one of my top ones. When Heaven and Hell calls, don't answer. But Tactical is dope because Tactical is like a robot built by a kid, and all the guns are on his back.
Uh huh.
So they shoot out, they come out, and they can spin, and he can pull them out from anywhere. Yo, Tactical's a beast, and
Uh.
he's created from the Blue Giant. So the Blue Giant is like it's I think it's 300 times bigger than the Earth.
Uh.
So it's so big. So example, like on your screen, you see that big square.
Uh huh.
And then, so up in this corner, there's a little teeny symbol.
Uh-huh.
So the blue giant is like the size of the square. The that big bam, that black thing is like the sun, and inside you see the little blue symbol would be the size of the earth. So that's how big the blue giant is.
Mm.
You should look it up. It's called the blue giant. So anyway, it has so much power. So the kid creates tactical with a piece of the blue giant that his father left him, because his father was a scientist. So it's a dope story, man. It takes place in like, like 2090 or something, some crazy time, or 3025 or something like that. I made. It's dope.
When did you create this character?
Um, yeah. When did I put tactical out? Probably about the same time that I put Bane out and Wolfpack.
Uh.
Yeah, Wolfpack is dope too. That's coming too. So people got to be ready for Wolfpack. That's another serious one. That's an animation.
Yeah, because I remember God Hand. I remember regular Bane and War Bane. I never heard of tactical. So you know what I'm saying?
I have to send you tactical and Wolfpack. See if I can find it. If I got it anywhere. Tactical is the
Bro,
business.
like I was thinking about doing a collage, bro, of all the characters out there in the world. Well, not all in the world, but in the comic community and shit like that. I was
I
thinking
got,
about doing like a collage with all our characters on it.
I got too many.
Oh well, shit, I got too many. Yeah, man.
Way too many. Just see if I can find it. Another thing is like I got to go through all these folders because I can't remember where I had it. Yeah, man. I just love creating. The more characters I create, the better. Because like I just want to make sure I leave a major legacy behind.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
See,
It's
my artist who my artist who did this Rumble is the same one who did my children's book. Check it out.
oh man.
All right?
Hold on. Open link. I
Yeah,
like. I like. I like. I like it.
crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. That thing. Wow. That thing. Wow. You should make Rob a character.
No, Rob is definitely a character. He put out a lot of work.
Yeah,
Whenever you get it,
man.
I'll send you Warbane again, just so you can have it. So you can check it out.
See,
Warbane is fierce, boy.
man. You got me wanting to create more characters. See, this is what happened, man. Like iron sharpen iron. You have to put a cheeseburger in my hand, though. Oh man, with some fries in it, some
Yeah, Bane is
fries and a supersized cheeseburger.
yeah. Remember we was talking about Bane getting blood on him?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find, see if I had something tactical.
Now that's crazy. Didn't you play your character in the at a convention, right?
Yeah, I played Bane at a Comic Con. He won for best original outfit and best weapon.
That's wild, man.
Yep, when Comic Con first pretty much hit the scene.
That's crazy. Did you ever have people dressed as Bane before at a convention?
Not yet. That's one of my dreams, man. People dressing up like Bane. Find it at the Halloween costume store. But you know,
Dude.
I gotta get to that point. I'm gonna get to that point eventually. You know. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I have any tactical stuff. Oh, there's God Hand. You probably don't remember God Hand, but just to reintroduce you to him. You see him?
That's some awesome shit, boy.
Yeah.
Like, haven't you like? Do you do all the drawings, or do you just like, I mean, or you have somebody draw 'em for you?
Like what I do is I draw the concept of it and then get a real artist to put his hands on it.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Yeah, I do that too. I'll draw the outline of it, the character, the actual original design, and then just allow the artist to work on it itself. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You know,
Yeah, man.
who actually drew Bane?
Oh, dude, I don't even remember, man. So many artists put their hands on it. I can't even remember who actually even did the original. The person that did the first original Bane ever was a artist named Ozzy. His tactical right here was named Ozzy. His skill set was savage. So his tactical.
Oh yeah, I remember this one. This was that. That's. Oh yes,
Yeah, tactical
you
savage,
got
bro.
something with that one. You got something with that one.
Yeah, tactical
That
smart.
reminds me of like that new RoboCop character, new RoboCop movie that came. Well, the new design of RoboCop that came out a couple years ago. That
I think
reminds
that
me
was.
of it, but it's not.
I think it came out in like 2014.
Yeah. It reminds me of RoboCop when it came out. The new one. But man,
There you go. Check that out. Yeah. So
oh yeah, that's
that's that fire right there, son.
that boy. That's you gonna do some damage, brother.
Like I said, so
Gonna do some damage,
when I put stuff
huh?
out, when I put stuff out, it just has to be quality first, man. Like when I put it out, when I put stuff out, people already think like, damn, is that from Marvel? Is that from, you know what I mean? When they look at my stuff, it's like,
Uh yeah. That's why I've always, you know what I'm saying. Um, the people. That's why I always advocate for the people who have the talent, who have the gift, but they're not being seen by the world. You get what I'm saying?
And that's why I made Real Stream. I made Real Stream the real truth why I made Real Stream because I love Facebook. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I love Instagram. I wasn't a big fan of Snapchat, but I used it when it first came out. Um, TikTok, it's but what happens for people like us as creators, whether you're an actor, whether you're a director, whether you're right any kind of filmmaker, whether you do podcasts, whatever you do, usually when you post stuff on Facebook or Instagram, you pretty much get a lot of likes. Sometimes you get few likes, but you get a couple of comments or you may not. That's it. So I decided when I created Real Stream is when you post on Real Stream, it doesn't have all the facts. It doesn't have all the access of Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and everything else. So, like for instance, if I go to a premiere tonight, I take a lot of nice pictures. Like Rob. Rob takes a lot of good pictures, right? When he goes to his premieres and on his movie sets. Rob posts his pictures on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever. Gets likes and people see it, but other than that, that's it because people are too focused on the girl twerking or the girl showing her breasts or Kanye West or Kim Kardashian or gets lost behind Trump or Biden, the politics or the religion. And you know what I mean? So much shit on all these social networks that we as creators, our creativity gets lost. But if you're on a social network site where there are people like us, it's not going to get lost because now you got directors seeing actors, actors are seeing directors, directors are seeing other filmmakers, filmmakers are seeing content makers, podcast people are seeing, you know what I mean? So we're all there interacting as creatives. That way we can help each other. Like, oh man, I'm a director, but I like your character. You know what I mean? Jar, maybe we can do something with that. So I like to get to sit down with you and we can meet and talk about it, or you know what I mean? We can FaceTime, we can message each other. So that was the purpose of Real Stream. That's why I created that, so people can people in the film industry, whether you're a writer, creator, content creator, can connect with other creators to create.
Right.
Because maybe you need actors, but you don't know where to look. But on Real Stream, there's a gang of actors. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to search Facebook. You already on a site with actors. You're already on a site with directors. You're already on a site with podcast people and filmmakers who create content. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you ain't got to search.
Right.
We are all on that platform.
Right.
But on
Eventually, you know what I'm
Facebook,
saying?
but
Yeah.
Facebook, everybody's on there. Any and everybody's on there, and everybody always got some negative shit to say.
True that. True that. And that's why you get caught up on it. you get caught up. You get caught up, and a lot of people don't realize that, man. And you can't really say what you want to say on there no more.
Yeah, and also again, you get caught up. Like I say, you start going down a rabbit hole, and then two, to be honest, I'm not even really on Facebook to say what I want to say. You know what I mean? Just because I get caught up in the rabbit hole, now I gotta have an opinion. And I really don't give a shit, but I've just got an opinion because okay, well, I got an opinion. But if I'm on my site with people like me, now my opinion is more about, oh yeah, so I like what you're doing, so maybe you could do this, with your comic, or maybe you can do that with your film. They can give me an opinion on like, hey man, so like what you're doing, like if you increase the lighting or you know what I mean, they can help me with the way my scene looks. You know what I mean? So positive opinions from people who are looking to connect to make a better way for us creators. So I just feel like Real Stream is just that's something that's going to take off real slow in the future. But right now it's just being born, so it's just getting started. Probably 15 or 17 people are on there now. So it's just getting going. So I'm just working to make sure that it becomes something great for us.
Hey, you know what I mean? Anything can happen if you just if you basically can just like what you've been doing. Keep on at it, keep at it, keep the determination. And hey, when you ready to promote it, really, you know you got a place to promote it.
Yeah,
The In Your Face show, baby. You know that's the see that you know that. You know, that ain't that's good. Come on, man. I come on, you know I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you all
well,
the way.
they heard it here first. We already on the show. We already on the In Your Face show. I already told you. Go to Real Stream.
Exactly.
Go to
Exactly.
realstream.com.
You know what
REELSSTREAM.com.
I
Realstream.com.
mean?
If you want to have a
Real
sales maker
free.
directly, get on there. Post your stuff. You know, we're creative.
Exactly.
I built this for us.
So people can see what you're doing, and when you do it, you see it. You know what I mean? And you know what?
And
I actually
you don't go down the rabbit hole. It's just
don't go down the rabbit hole. Don't go down that rabbit hole, damn it. Shit, because don't you? Is it a lot? Is it people that's actually directors on there? Actually, you know what I mean?
Rob's on
Really?
there. Rob's an actor and a director.
Shoot. All right. See,
So there are
you
times
know,
that Rob may post as a he may post a picture as an actor or he may post a picture as a director. You
true that,
know,
because I'm actually looking for a couple of actors to help me with my with my film thing, because I'm thinking about doing a trailer. I haven't told nobody yet, but I'm working on doing a little a trailer for the viewing of the real life Jarhead, movie series.
yeah. Well, make sure you get on there and like I said, put up your profile picture and put up your little website. You know, when you sign in and join, put up your banner, who you are. You can put the In Your Face Show banner up there in the picture, just like on Facebook,
Going to work.
and this, put some pictures up there, whatever, man. And this, there it is, realstream.com. Pretty soon
Going
it's
to
going to be
work.
too big. People's going to be too big. I'll be trying to get people to just hop on there. I'm telling you, because later on they're going to be like, oh man, I remember when he came to my inbox and my DMs was trying to get me to be on it.
And look what happened. He got it going.
Now you want to have a conversation after it's going. It's already going. It's live. You know what I'm saying? Get on it.
Exactly. Like, what how did you come up with the technical stuff to do it?
Oh man, that's bro. Watch a lot of YouTube videos. First, I was trying to think. I want to create a place because one day I just posted on Instagram and it hit me right then and there. I'm like, man, every time I post something, it just gets lost in the rabbit hole. Like nobody really pays attention. Nobody really cares. You know what I mean? I need to be in a place where people care that are like me. So I was like, if I can just create something like this, like a MySpace or Facebook or Friendster or something where people can come and it can just be people like us, that would be really cool. And I kept thinking, like, how can I do that? I said, because on Facebook, I can just start a group, but then I'm still on Facebook and it's just a group.
Mm-hmm.
And people, when they look at it like it's a group. You know what I'm saying? They either in the group or they're not. I was like, I want my own platform. Just like Zuckerberg had his own platform. Like when Tom created MySpace, he had his own platform. You know what I mean? Everybody. So it's like, I want my own platform for my own people. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like, not just people of color. I'm just all creatives of all genres, from Bollywood to Africa, all the way down to America, all the way from China to Egypt. I don't give a damn. Japan. You're an actor, creator, whatever you are. Get on here, join, and start meeting people.
Oh man. So like, man, where do you see yourself with all that you got going on? Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
Sitting on a big TV show, having the same conversation about where do I see. You know, man, on the talk show, on a big talk show, having the same conversation. So, when did it start? How did it get started? What made you come up with this? How long you been doing this? You know, that's
I
what I
mean,
want to.
bro, like that's why I said, man, you came here for the first show, you came here for the second show. Why not come here for the third show?
And I'm steady evolving every time I come on this show.
And you know what? I have an idea. Why don't you come on to the show for the 100th episode of the In Your Face show?
That would be great. Hopefully, your co-star won't be sick.
Hey, Nakia, you said it.
Rob, you
Hey,
can't be Rob introducing sick people to the show, man. What's wrong with you, Rob?
I
No, you watching, Robert. No, you watching.
it wasn't my fault. Hey, Rob, it wasn't me. Don't get mad at me. But nah, though. Nah, see, it was a situation, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, it's always
I
a
like,
situation.
huh?
It's always a situation.
Not with me. Not with me. Y'all two are my big brothers. Y'all look out for me. See? I'm the little brother. I'm going to make mistakes. So hey, I mean, hey, you got to put me in line and let me know. Hey, this is how you do things. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
you're doing a great job. You got the 89 episodes. Ain't nothing to tell you.
Hey, look, man, I'm still growing my damn self. I ain't look. I say it like this: give me give me a couple more years. Well, I say next year. Next year, I'll be up and running faster. You know what I'm saying? Moving in a faster motion. You know what I'm saying? Taking off, man, even more.
You're doing
Shit,
good. You got this far. You got this up and working. You know, from when you first started to where you are now, you're doing great. You know,
man. I tell
you
you what.
mastered how to use this platform. So
I tell you what. I tell you what. Today you hear it today. Next year, I'm gonna make it my business to get to 200 episodes. You heard it here. You
all
heard
right,
it here.
we're gonna hold
200
you to that.
episodes. 200 episodes. I guarantee I'll be at 200 episodes. I ain't stopping until I get there. And if I
All right.
don't get there, I owe you some money. I don't know how much, but I owe you some money.
If it ain't a fat knot like this, boy, you better say,
See,
hey,
man,
so man, hey, I really enjoyed being on here. I know we've gone over the hour mark, but it was great.
always, it's always great, man. Like, come on, man. I told you, it's the on the In Your Face show. It's going to be great every time. Come on, man. You with the best host in all of show business. Come on, man. Come on.
I enjoyed it.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
any any last words, my brother?
Yeah. Again, I just want everybody to know. Go to Instagram. Go to the original Reels stream, REELSSTREAM on Instagram, or just go to the site itself, reelsstream.com. Join. If you're an actor or creator, put up some pictures, meet other creators, and go find me on Instagram under China McCoy. I'm here. I'm on the In Your Face show for the 100th episode. I will be back.
Of
Um,
course he will. He will be back, and I'm gonna hold him to it too. I'm gonna bug his ass until you get it. Till you get
and,
here.
and thanks
Oh
for
yeah.
having me. Thanks for having me.
It's always welcome. You're always welcome, man. You're always welcome, man. I
Appreciate you,
love
family.
it. It's always family, always family, always, always. You know what? You made my day so much, so good. I would like to have the whole crew of the Word Bang series, man. Why not?
I know, right? Let me put in the call and try to get them all in one time.
Yeah, man, that we could bring y'all all on the show and we could do that. You know what I'm saying? We could talk. I could talk to y'all on the war bang about the war bang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be savage. I'll hit everybody up and see who's available and see what we can do.
Hell yeah, man. Let's do that, bro. Let's work that out, bro. I'm telling you, it'll be fun. It'll be very fun. I guarantee you. I promise it will. You know? But let's take us out. Thank y'all for watching the 89th episode of the In Your Face show with my big brother, my big homie, China McCoy.
Glad to
And
be
we
here.
out. Peace.
Peace.